Dry shampoos like these are not actually cleaning your hair. It's a lot like putting on deodorant every single day, but never taking a shower. You may smell clean, but you're not actually clean. So these are just masking or covering up the oil. It's not getting rid of the actual oil. I used to use this one every single day. Now I'm using it about once a week, but hopefully soon I'll be down to 0 times a week. So this is not a dig at you if you're using dry shampoo or you still continue to use it. It's just information I've gathered while I'm trying to repair my hair and also help my clients repair their hair. Because repairing hair, restoring hair, growing hair starts with scalp health, our scalp. And one of the worst products, in my opinion, that I've seen over time is dry shampoo. It's a product that goes directly on the scalp. We're not shampooing it out, and some of us, like I was, were compacting it. Monday dry shampoo, Tuesday dry shampoo, Wednesday dry shampoo. And when we finally actually shampoo our hair, we're not cleansing our scalp properly, we're not restoring it, rebalancing it, so we've just got compaction of gunk. So we'll get into all of that, why it's so bad, and then towards the end of this video, we'll go over some alternatives that are better for your hair and cheaper. Dry shampoos come in sprays like these. You can also get them in powder form, paste, or even mousses. The most common is the aerosol. Also, this happens to be the worst for your hair, and it's the worst for our floating rock here, the planet. When you take a look at the ingredients, across the board, no matter what brand you're using, they're pretty much the same. They're gonna have some sort of starch as the main ingredient. Can you see that? This one is using rice, and the Dove one uses tapioca starch. The starches are what soaks up the oil, the grease. High up on the list, you'll have alcohol. Alcohol acts as a quick drying solvent. Solvent. What? Am I saying that right? Think of alcohol as a delivery system or a taxi. In this can, you have the rice starch and you have the alcohol. The alcohol is the taxi that's carrying the starches to go out the can. Well, how does it get out of the can? With butane. So that's what helps it shoot out of the actual aerosol can. So not only is butane flammable, it strips the hair of natural oils. So when you add butane with alcohol, now we know alcohol is very drying. I can't think of a better example, but the only thing coming to my mind right now is a person who drinks alcohol heavily. Their skin is dehydrated. They kind of shrink up, look a little pruny. The alcohol depletes the moisture. So when you have butane that is stripping oil and alcohol that is quick drying, it makes the product dry really fast. That means when we spray this on, it's not going to be wet. It's going to be a nice powder dry form. This one smells terrible. If you're like me, I not only spray dry shampoo on the scalp as it's intended, but I spray it on the ends of my hair also. Basically, that's like just dipping my hair in rubbing alcohol over and over and over again. Over time, the alcohol is gonna make the hair very brittle and weak. It's gonna create a weak point and it's gonna break. So if you're experiencing breakage from dry shampoo, hair thinning, hair shedding, alcohol could be the reason. If you're going to use dry shampoo, moving forward, you wanna do alcohol-free. You're gonna find that in a lot of these powders like this one. This is alcohol-free. You just tap it out. This one's colored, tinted. Alcohol is not needed in these because there's no aerosol can. Do these work as well as the aerosol can? No, but it's much better for your hair. But I'm not saying it's good for your hair. It's if you're going to use it, a powder form in the shakeable bottle like this would be recommended. And another high up there ingredient is fragrance. Fragrance is needed because you're using things like alcohol. Alcohol has a strong scent. Companies put fragrance to mask the chemical scent and to make your hair smell fresh and clean. However, fragrance in the beauty world is a catch-all term. Companies can legally group thousands, I believe it's around 4,000 different chemicals, under the single word fragrance without disclosing them individually. If they did, this ingredient list would be wrapping around the bottle. This is a loophole that was originally created to protect trade secrets, like perfume formulas. Top secret, no one can duplicate this perfume. But in hair products, it's a way for these companies to hide all these chemicals they're using. So we really don't know what we're putting directly on our scalp. For example, phthalate, am I saying that right? I don't know. I'll put the word on the screen. Phthalate. Phthalates are used to make scents last longer. It's gonna make this heavy coconut smell like garbage a little bit longer. So wonderful, it's making the scent last longer, but they also mess with our body's natural hormone function. They've been linked to lowering testosterone in men, asthma, obesity, cancer, and even autism. So they can hide that under the term fragrance. And in fairness, it's not just these companies, although we know the same 3 to 5 companies own all the other companies, but it's not just dry shampoo. They use fragrance in tampons so they can hide their 4,000 chemicals in a product we're gonna insert directly inside our body. Candles, obviously the fragrance, perfumes, and even baby lotions. If you're interested in any of that, I'll link a website below, ewg.org, I believe. When I had cancer way back, 6, 7, 8, I don't know how many years ago, I got super hyper fixated on what I was putting on my body, in my body. And at the beginning, I did really well of just using pretty clean products. But then once I got better, I kind of went back to my old ways, and I'm still doing great. I'm just kind of back on the, I don't really know what you would call it. Obviously, I want to take care of what I'm putting in on my body, but in a weird way, I'm more interested in finding out all the lies we're being told in the food industry, in the beauty industry, all these catch-all terms where they're almost hiding things from us to make a better, cheaper product. But in return, we're all getting sick. So I'm just interested in that again. I'm trying to be better. But if you want to be better, EWG, again, it's downstairs. I'll link it below, .org, I believe. You can type in a beauty product, anything you want, hairspray, whatever you want, and it will give you a rating 1 through 10. For example, let's look up the Batiste dry shampoo. Batiste is rated 8. 1 is the best, 10 is the worst, so this is not good. It's gonna list the ingredients and it's gonna show you which ones are of major concern. It has chemicals that cause cancer, high in chemicals linked to allergies, reproductive toxicity, and you can go on and deep dive and see what's in this can. So we have to think about that because the scalp is the skin is the largest organ. If we're constantly putting products like this on our hair, on our skin, our scalp, that can't be good for us. That's like eating McDonald's every single day. There's no way you can twist that to be good for you. Chemicals aside, let's overlook that for a minute. What happens when you constantly compact products like these on your hair or scalp? They're intended to go directly on the scalp. You're supposed to lift the hair up, spray the product on, rub it through. Now we're in art class. Pretend this is a blown up hair strand. Whoa. Single strand of hair. It's Monday, we woke up late, we don't want to shampoo our hair, so we spray it. We put a thin little jacket over our hair. It's Tuesday, we woke up late again. We spray more product. Now our jacket has a jacket. It's Wednesday, and guess what? We're late again because we were up all night watching Lost. That's me. I've got to stop watching that. Now the jacket that's wearing a jacket is also wearing a jacket. We've compacted so much product on this single strand of hair. Remember, the alcohol, the butane, is going to dry this out, create a weak point, and bam, there goes our hair. It's just gonna break off one day. Not only that, our hair is sitting on our scalp. We've got all this product here. Eventually, it's gonna mix with oil and sweat, grease, whatever's going on, sebum on your scalp, and it's gonna create product buildup. So now you're trapping hair follicles. Pretend this is another hair strand that wants to pop through. How can this hair pop through when it's got a huge layer of gunk? Got another one? Oh, it cannot pop through because there is a huge roadblock on the scalp. Thick layer of slosh. So not only will this cause your hair to break, fall out, thin, and over time, and it's not on everyone. It's also going to clog your hair follicles. You're going to have a buildup, and sometimes you can even take your fingernails, scratch your scalp, and there'll be gunk of product buildup under your fingernails. For me, I have an extremely oily scalp. Hair training does not work for me. We'll get into that in a minute. My body in general loves to produce oil, I guess. I have an oily face, I have an oily scalp. It is what it is. When I was using dry shampoo every single day, packing it on, I was having problems here at the nape. I was getting all of this flakiness, itchiness, redness, and I thought something was wrong. I had some sort of scalp condition. Well, the problem is me. I'm the problem. I'm compacting product over and over and over and over on my scalp, and my scalp is responding in a negative way. It wants to breathe. Our scalp is supposed to produce oil, just like our face produces oil to lubricate the face, keep it hydrated, moisturized. Our scalp is producing oil to hydrate, lubricate, whatever you want to call it, the hair strand. So oil is a good thing. Once I started eliminating products from my routine, now I use very little. Most days I'm just using one, and that's a spray-on leave-in conditioner, just so I can get the comb through my hair because I don't use conditioner in the shower. But anyway, once I eliminated the dry shampoo, my scalp is better. There's no dandruff, there's no flakiness, there's no red, there's no scaly-like stuff. So for me, dry shampoo was the problem. So we don't want to keep compacting dry shampoo. Just like you wouldn't have oily skin on a Monday. put powder on it, go to sleep. Tuesday you wake up, more oily skin, just put more powder on it, go to sleep with all the powder on. Wednesday rolls around, oily skin again, put more powder on. You would not do that to your face. You'll get clogged pores, you'll have cake makeup on. It's the same with your scalp. If you're putting powder over powder over powder over powder, that new hair can't bust through. And if you're like me on a hair repair growth journey, it starts at the foundation, which is the scalp. The scalp needs to stay clean. A quick little way to get the buildup off your hair is with apple cider vinegar. A spray bottle from the Dollar Tree, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, I don't really know how much, maybe like half a shot. The rest of the bottle with water. Spray it all over your hair. We've talked about this before. Let it set, massage it in. You can put it on the ends of your hair. It's gonna remove the buildup from products, not just dry shampoo, hairsprays, powders, whatever you're using. Run it through your hair. You can use it on dry hair, but I would towel dry your hair. Rinse it, then towel dry it, then apply the apple cider vinegar just so it's easier to move through the hair. That's a safe way to remove the buildup from your scalp, from your hair, and it's a lot cheaper than hair products that claim to do that. If you decide you still want to use dry shampoo, just remember the aerosol is the worst. Ones like the mousses, you just take these and rub them through your hair. I do not enjoy these at all. I think they're kind of odd. It starts off wet like this, and then it dries because of the alcohol. They tend to have fewer ingredients than the aerosols, but they're still pretty bad. The best ones are going to be the powder ones that you shake, like this, what is this, Billy? Just a powder you can shake on. You can either do it like that, or you can shake it directly. They make a lot of different tints. It absorbs the oil. So the powders are going to be the best for your hair, but the absolute best alternative is arrowroot powder. I believe this huge bag was $6. It's a white powder. You just take a brush and do that. You can also use cornstarch. The arrowroot powder is white. You can make it darker, tint it like this one with cocoa powder. Those are a few alternatives if you need to use something. You can also try things like hair training. Hair training does not work for me, but I have had clients who say it does work for them. I'll link an article below, but it actually has been proven by several people that hair training is a myth. This article is actually a really good read by Dr. Tefor Evans. Hit or miss if it actually works. Again, it doesn't work for me, but hair training is essentially training your hair to not produce as much oil. For example, if you shampoo your hair, like me, almost daily, for a week you'll shampoo every other day. Next week you'll do every 3 days you'll shampoo. Then the next week every 4 days. Then the next week every 5, until you eventually get to whatever your goal is, shampooing your hair once a week. It's a long process and your hair is going to be very oily, greasy. So you don't want to use any products to hide or mask the oil. You just kind of have to go with it. You could wear a slicked back bun where it looks like you put gel in it, but it's really grease. I've tried it so many times, given it the very best go, brushed the oil through the ends, waited 6 weeks, done it all, and I just have to shampoo my hair pretty much every single day. I also sweat a lot. I do not want to cover up sweat with this or anything. I just want to shampoo that out. Now, sometimes I won't actually shampoo my hair. I'll just run water through it. You could try that. That doesn't really work for everyone. Sometimes that makes your hair more oily, but just putting water through it, kind of like with my face. If my face gets oily, I'll just splash it with water. You can also use a hair toner. They make actual hair toners, like a toner for the face. Not a hair toner, a scalp toner. But you can make your own witch hazel, diluted with water, spray it on. That's a better alternative. You can do that on dry hair. That will minimize the oil. And the days you do shampoo your hair, double shampooing or double washing works really well. Double washing is just washing it twice. Wow, big words. So you'll shampoo first with a clarifying shampoo. And I just use one from Sally's. It's, what is it? Generic, the black and white bottles, generic for Paul Mitchell 1. That's the clarifying shampoo I use. Shampoo it really well, rinse it, and then go in with another shampoo. Right now I'm using shampoo bars, but I do alternate the shampoo, and then you would rinse it, conditioner if you want. So the theory for double washing is you're really getting the gunk out in that first wash, kind of like when you wash your face. You take off your makeup first, rinse your face, and then you go in and wash your face with a cleanser. Same kind of concept for the double wash. That will help a lot getting rid of that buildup, the compaction. You definitely want to do that before you color your hair. You don't want to color your hair or get your hair colored if it's got product buildup all over it, things like this all over the hair strands. Color can only break through so much product, and it's going to give you a very inconsistent, splotchy result if there's so much buildup all over the hair. So those are a few things we can do instead of using products like these.